weekend has arrived and just heading out for an early morning run. Sun's just coming up. It's it's below freezing, all the cars are all frosted over, so gloves on and off we go. So it's going to head out for about an hour, I think, just see how the legs are. They're still recovering from last weekend, so nothing too crazy, but heading out into the frosty conditions. Right, let's get running. Now, a sunrise like that is definitely a reason to get up early and go for a run. How spectacular is that? A lot of the time we concentrate on how our running affects us physically, and I think we quite often forget how much it affects us mentally as well, especially when we're building up to a race, running a race, and then after the race as well, and how we kind of cope with all three stages of that. So leading up to a race can be quite mentally stressful. You've got your perhaps running plan in place which you're trying to keep to. You're worried about missing sessions or sessions not going as well as they should. The stress of perhaps going for a PB or attempting a new distance which you've never done before can be stressful. And then the whole race build up, when you're worrying about how you're going to get there. Is the postcode going to take you to the right place? Is there going to be traffic on the way? Getting all your kit sorted, getting your race number, if you're doing a longer race, sorting out your nutrition, all stuff like that in the build up to a race can be really mentally taxing and can really take it out of you before you've even actually run the race. So the actual race itself is also mentally taxing as well, especially a longer race. If you're doing half marathon, ultra marathon, you're concentrating for such a long period of time, making sure perhaps your pace is going right, when you're taking your nutrition on board, when's the next aid station coming up, the longer races, if you're going on the trail, are you on the right track? You're concentrating continually, almost, about every single place you put your foot. You don't want to trip over, you don't want to slip. It's a real sort of big ask of your brain. I know my ultra marathon last week, I was out running for 6 hours, and that's kind of 6 hours of concentrating about your race, what you're doing, where you're going, where you're putting your feet, how many miles I've gone, what's my pace like. It's a big ask for your brain sometimes, and you can find yourself being really mentally exhausted, never mind your body and legs being tired and exhausted as well. And so then the after race bit, you finished your race, you think, oh, everything's fine. But if you think about it, you might have trained for something for 12, 14, 16 weeks. It's been a big thing, a big build up, and then suddenly it's done. And then what? There can be some real post-race blues where your mind doesn't kind of know what to do with itself. You haven't got a training plan which you're following. You're a bit out of routine. There's no reason to go out running anymore. So that part of it can be really mentally tough as well. I know professional athletes who have been to the Olympics, they've had a 4-year build up to doing their race, and suddenly the Olympics comes and goes. They've either been successful or not successful. And that can be tough because you've got nowhere to go or nothing to do apart from enter another race and give yourself another challenge, a new direction. So yeah, running can be mentally tough as well as physically tough. Run done. Just over an hour is out there for breakfast time now and warm up.